Alright folks, thanks for checking in the Stormtopia.com and the Stormtopia.com Facebook page. We have our daily weather update right now. Taking a look at the current infrared satellite imagery, you can see our storm that was not, to be honest, for portions of southern New England now pushing offshore. East of the Canadian Maritimes. I just want to get to a couple points with this storm. So let's switch over to our graphic system. There we go. And here's Nick's storm points. Please excuse the general cheesiness of this graphic. So the storm went farther south than expected. That is clear. Okay, that is definitely confirmed. So therefore, the heaviest snow amounts, where all the moisture was, went further south along with it, along with the colder supply of air, meaning the rain-snow line was farther south than expected. So this made my forecast impeccable, except removed to the south. I know you all had a heart attack when I said impeccable. I was going to sound like some guy who was lying, because, you know, anything but impeccable across southern New England. There was still 2 to 3 or 4 inches on the south coast, but in terms of the widespread 2 to 5, that never ended up verifying, which is the problem with these spring storms. They can be very difficult to forecast because of the amount of warmth and moisture, as well as these bubble highs. And this time around, the bubble high had more than an influence than we had originally expected. It's that simple. Alright, so let's get to some driving forces in our weather across the Northeast over the next couple of days. Here we are for tomorrow. This is going to be a flu day on Friday. They're going to have a fresh cold supply of air left behind by this latest storm, so it's going to be a cool day but a quiet day across the Northeast. We're going to see a little feature making its way out of the heartland and pushing through the Tennessee Valley and southern and the lower Ohio Valley by Friday evening, and by Saturday we're going to see an increase in moisture, a developing low pressure system, and an increase in warmth. So all this stuff is heading out of the south. But if you look off to the north, there is an absolutely mammoth bubble high that is formed once again over Quebec and Ontario, and that is also going to have an impact. And that is mammoth, okay? That is absolutely mammoth. I lost my frame while I overindulged in the word mammoth. Okay, so here we are for Saturday, and these two forces, the mammoth bubble high and the warm air out of the south, have come together to create a pretty decent, significant precipitation maker, rain maker at the beginning, by late in the day on Saturday, and by Sunday morning it's starting to shift offshore. But it looks like this high is going to allow for a thin band of snow somewhere, wherever it may develop, likely in that little region. Too far south would be too warm. Too far north would be a little bit too far removed, thanks to this mammoth bubble high. Okay? So what would occur here would be definitely a major late winter storm with severe weather somewhere in this area. Okay? We may deal with another squall line threat in the areas that have seen way too many squall lines for their liking. Okay? Along the Gulf Coast states and a little bit inland. And the problem is this cold air, this high, is usually our friend with these spring storms. But what ends up occurring here is that the low pressure center ends up heading south of where the cold air is. So all the heavy precip in here ends up being rain. The moderate to light precip is snow. So whoever gets snow out of this system will likely get it in light to moderate doses. It could be plowable, but it won't be major. That's it for now. Have a good day.